You're what? Are you good? What's wrong? Sis, you gotta stop. Honey. What's with you? Yes, I'm depressed. Like, come on. Like, open these blinds to get this light in, honey. Open up my blinds. Like, I'm just not happy. Like, move over. Alright. Cause you wasn't picking up none of your phone calls, none of your text messages for the last like 2 weeks. I need to know what's going on. Like, and then like you trying to take, girl. I really need to know what's going on for real. I don't know what's going on with me. I'm just depressed and I just want to be left alone. Like, don't y'all understand? Don't call, don't text. Like, I'm depressed. Me and depression is still together. We have not broken up. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Whitney House. I'm the CEO of the Creative Era, and you're watching the Creative Era University. Yes, y'all read, yes, y'all read that title right. Your girl definitely was in a psych ward. I mean, let me give y'all the little back history. So you guys know I've been suffering from depression for a while. I've been holding this thing together. You know, I've been out here fighting it and getting it together. However, it did get the best of me last week. You know, it got the best of me. I literally had like a breakdown, like a mental breakdown, and it was because like from the depression, sometimes it makes me very exhausted, and sometimes I'm unmotivated, uninspired. And you guys know I love to create. Like, that's my thing. Like, that's why I call the Creative Era, like, because I love to create. However, the last like couple of months, like, the depression became so overwhelming that I could not create. Like, so for the month of February, I took off. I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna take care of my mental health, get my whatever I need to get done for the month of February. I'm not gonna create anything. So for March, I was like, you know what, I think I'm good. Let me just get it together, you know, pull it together. However, child, I was working on a book bag, and I knew, like, with me, I'm fast paced. Like, I could get things done, you know, fairly well. I've been doing this for a while, but child, the brain just was not clicking. The brain just shut down. Like, you know, like, I was in the midst of doing the book bag, and then I felt so exhausted. I just laid down. I laid down for a couple of hours, and I just started crying. I just started crying. I didn't know what else to do, so I cried literally from like March 7th all the way to March 8th, and that was on a Thursday. So by the time Friday hit, I was so hopeless. I couldn't even get out the bed. Like, I was, child, a shower, a piece of bread, child, that ain't, that was not, we was not doing that, okay, honey? Like, the brain just was not clicking. And so I reached out to my best friends and my sister, and I let them know, like, I'm not mentally well right now, and I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I don't know if the brain is gonna make it. I was having suicidal thoughts. I was just like feeling so emotionless. Like, everything, I didn't have no emotions in me. It was just, I just felt very somber, very down and gloomy. And so my sister came over first, and she came over and she was trying to motivate me, and she was trying to make me laugh, but I was so emotionless that I couldn't really laugh. Like, you know, it's just like I would laugh and be like like, because I was dead, in the inside I was dead. And so my sister, she tried her best. She was like, you know, maybe you need to chill out from like working and like, you know, work on certain things and focus on something else. But I'm like, child, that is what's keeping me alive, honey. Like, that's why I'm depressed, because I want to create, I want to do things. And then my best friend came, and she was trying to motivate me and help me to like pull it together. And like, we were, you know, they were making jokes and stuff like that, but child, I could not pull this thing together. Like, they was like, get up and take a shower, get up and take a shower. And I'm like, child, that sounds like a foreign place right now. Like, I cannot get up and do nothing, like literally nothing. And so my sister literally had to pull me out the bed. She pulled me out the bed. That gave me a little bit of a motivation to go take a shower. So I was able to take a shower, but honestly in the shower I still felt very hopeless. I wound up coming out the shower, I laid back down, and then I told my best friend, I said, I don't feel safe with myself right now. I said, I don't feel myself. I don't feel like I'm mentally here. Like, I just don't feel safe. And then I told my sister that as well. And so they were like, do you want to go to the hospital? And I said, yeah, just take me to the hospital. And so they drove me over to Lenox Hill. And I was in the emergency room for a couple of hours, and then I finally was able to see a doctor, and they were like, being that I had suicidal thoughts, you know, like that I should check myself into a psych ward for the weekend, and I'll, you know, and then by Monday I should be out. So in my head I was like, child, how does the self-guru, like, y'all know I'm out here doing self-love and all that, like, how does the self-love guru get checked into a psych ward? Like, in my head, that's all I'm thinking about. It's just like, Whitney, how? Like, you always got it together. Like, how could you not pull it together? It was just so many, like, self-inflicting, like, emotions. And so I finally agreed to checking myself into a psych ward. And so they took me upstairs to the facilities, and when I first got there, I was not feeling it. I could y'all not, like, I was definitely not feeling it. But they did place me with an amazing roommate. I don't want to say her name, but we were cool. Like, if you're watching this, you know you the homie. We had, like, she was an artist like me, and so we were able to, like, connect on a different level where we shared a lot of intimate moments with each other, and, like, tell each other, like, you know, our own personal stories and stuff like that. So I was very grateful that I was placed with somebody so patient, so like positive in moments where she could have easily just went even more, like, you know, like the anxiety of just like, hello. But I really do love her. Like, I almost feel like she's my friend now. Like, if you're watching this, you know you my homegirl now. First day was definitely, child, I woke up with that gown on and them pants and them blue pants and them hospital socks, and I was just like, why am I here again? Like Whitney, how did you get here this way? And so I ate the food, and the food was definitely horrible, okay? That food, So I just went back in my room and I just started crying again. And so fast forward to the next couple of days. As you guys know, I'm very spiritual, so I was like, God, listen, why would you put me in here? Like, why would you dead put me in here? And so once I got to, then after a while of me, like, feeling like God failed me, like, even though God doesn't fail anyone, but I felt like he had failed me, and I was just like, why would you put me in a psych ward? Like, y'all, like, God, you know this was like the last result. Like, come on, child. Anywho, so after that, we got, like, I wound up accepting that this is what I need to do. I had to accept that I needed professional help for my depression. And then from there, I started making more friends. And, like, when people think about psych ward, they think about, like, people just going extremely crazy and, like, you know, running around the place. Like, honestly, like, I met some really, really dope people there. And if you guys are watching it, I don't want to say you guys' name, but you watching it, you know I love y'all. Y'all know y'all the homies. Everybody was going through their own stuff. Like, honestly speaking, like, what I've been going through is, and I don't want to compare anything, but, like, the stories I was listening to, I am blessed. Like, I'm extremely blessed, and I have no reason to complain about certain things, like, at all, because people were really going through, like, real life, like, situationships, like, real life situationship. And so by me going there, these are some of the things that I've learned by me being in there. For one, I've learned social skills. Being that I'm always on my phone, and y'all know I was like battling with like social media addictions and all that, like, you know, so it was just like me being there helped me a lot to be able to talk to people and like like look people in their eyes and not have a distraction and be in tune with what people were talking about and like be in tune with my own emotions and stuff like that, because you couldn't have our phone. Yes, child. I had no phone, okay? The only phone you could use is a phone that was connected to the wall, and you pick up and you call, and you dial somebody's number, and you had to like make sure you had the number on a piece of paper, child. Yes, that was the way of communicating, okay? And so that helped a lot. And then also the facilities, like, they allow you to do activities throughout the day. They make sure that you stay active throughout the day, and it's based on participation. Like, you don't have to, but I attended every child. I was in there in every activity, because listen, I was not finna be up in nobody's bed all day, because you just you're in one space. Like, there's no going outside, there's no, you know, it sounds scary, but at the same time it helped me a lot to realize things that went wrong, things that I could have done better, and just learning that everything's okay. Like, everything's gonna be alright. Like, even though this was a bump in the road type of thing, everything was gonna be okay. What else did I learn? In the psych ward was life-changing. Like, I will never forget the people I met in there. The staff was extremely nice. I love the facilities. Like, if you guys ever need to, if you guys don't feel well, if you guys don't feel mentally, you know, equipped for whatever you're going through, definitely I highly recommend Lenox Hill. They really make sure that you're okay. Like, they really make sure, like, they check on you frequently. They make sure that you are eating. They have snacks, they have activities, everything. I would say, like, they really make sure you're okay in that facilities. But other than that, you guys, like, this is only beginning. Like, by me going there, now I'm actually on antidepressive, which was something that I was not finna be up on that. Like, I was like, do what? Take who medicine, child? I do not take nobody medicine. I would do this on my own. But no, my brain, honestly speaking, like, I've done literally everything I can do, but I just couldn't. Like, my brain doesn't produce the chemicals that it needs to balance out the positive part of my brain. So the medication will definitely help me with that. Going into therapy. Yes, your girl's in going to therapy. I'm also going to see a psychiatrist, and I'm also going to join more social groups and interact with more people outside of my business, because most of the time I find myself going to a lot of events that's catered to like my business, but I need more of a social environment in terms of like talking to people and interacting with people. And also, I want to say thank you to everyone that reached out to me, everybody that like hit me up and make sure I was okay. I truly appreciate it. And if you know, like, if you have that one strong friend and you know they trying to keep it together, please constantly check up on them. Even my friends, they had zero I was going through. And if you the strong person trying to keep it together, child, if you need to check yourself into a psych ward, it's okay. It is definitely okay. It's literally like a hospital for mental health. Like come on. Like, I know that sounds crazy, but like, it definitely will help you dramatically. And just get the proper help. And if you scared to take medications, you know, look into it, see a doctor. And if you are scared to tell a therapist, please do so. Like, we are humans, and we need to be able to express ourselves and let it out and actually talk to people and let things flow out. But yeah, you guys, like, I'm in a great space now, and I truly believe that the medication will help. I feel like the therapy and seeing a psychiatrist and all of those things will definitely help me to become a better person and only add more into this self-love journey. So thank you guys so much for watching. But y'all know how your girl get down. We're gonna keep this party going, and thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.